Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off some more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. Getting down to the nitty gritty here. Just got a last two stacks of stuff that I wanted to go through here. This particular one is all stuff that I picked up over several different trips from, or two half price books, I should say. And, I've had this pile ready to go, had the notes ready and everything for a while, but they just kind of getting pushed further and further back because I had other stuff that I wanted to show off more. So I figured since I got some time early this morning, I might as well get it done and over with. The first two here are Leonard Skinner related because it has, their current vocalist. This is two of his other projects. First up, we have Johnny Van Zandt with Brickyard Road. And of course, this is more southern rock, kind of country style music out of Jacksonville, Florida. Been around since 1976. This is his first solo album put out by Atlantic back in 1990. And out of the two, this is the only one that I've listened to because I listened to it the day that I got it while we were driving around finishing up what we were doing. And it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. Considering he's, from Leonard Skinner, and you'd kind of have that, you'd figure to have that kind of sound to it. But honestly, this has a more of a, and I hate to use this word, kind of a poppy-ish or popish sound to it, almost like a Cheap Trick kind of sound to it compared to like Leonard Skinner or Molly Hatchet, bands of that ilk. But it's not bad. I enjoyed listening to it. It was definitely different. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it still was pretty good. Then we have Van Zandt with Brother to Brother. And again, more southern rock, kind of country style. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. These allergies, I'm telling you. Out of Jacksonville, Florida. This particular project has been around since 1985 and actually features him and his brother Donnie Van Zandt. And this is their third full-length album put out by CMC International back in 1998. Like I said, have not had a chance to listen to this, so can't really talk too much about it. Now, this one, I've heard this band's song on the radio quite a bit. You hear them quite often around here especially, but never actually picked up one of their albums till I saw this in half price books for really cheap. So I said, what the hell, I'll pick it up. This is Bad Company with their self-titled. Of course, these guys are a hard rock, kind of bluesy rock band out of Albury, Surrey, England. Been around since 1973. This is their debut full-length album. Put out back in 1974 on Island in the UK and Swan Song here in the US. Have not had a chance to actually spin this one, and I can't really see. Oh, okay. The only song off of here that I actually have heard is the title track, Bad Company. And really looking forward to jamming this one, see what other goodies are on there. This one I picked up because me and Necrotic Nick over at Thralls of Metal have, I've seen him show off albums from this band and talk about his love for this band. And I told him, it's another one of those bands. I was like, oh yeah, I said, I've, heard stuff from them on the radio and everything, but I've never actually picked up an album. And he said, you should definitely give him a shot because there's other good songs besides what's played on the radio. And I just happened to come across this album, and I said, you know what, I'm going to pick that up. This is The Cars with Heartbeat City. Of course, The Cars, rock band out of Boston, Massachusetts. Been around since 1977. This is their fifth full-length album put out by Elektra in 1984. And looking through the track list, let's see, Looking for Love, I've heard that song before. It's a really good song. And other than that, that's the only song I've heard off of this album. So yeah, again, another one that I haven't had a chance to really listen through all the way, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Next up, Blue Oyster Cult with Secret Treaties. Of course, Blue Oyster Cult, hard rock / heavy metal band out of Stony Brook, New York. Been around since 1967. This is their third full-length album, put out by Columbia in 1974, and this is a reissue. Oh wow, this is cool. I did not notice this before. Produced for reissue by Bruce Dickinson. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is out on a Legacy here. Has 3 bonus tracks, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus tracks on it, so that's pretty cool. Trying to think if I've heard any. Yeah, I have not heard any of the songs off of this album, but, I do love me some Blue Oyster Cult. Legendary band in my mind. Now we're kind of getting into the more harder stuff here. This is a Man-Made Man with Your Punishment Begins. And this one was a total blind buy. I think I listened to like one song while I was actually in the store. Thought it sounded pretty decent, so I went ahead and picked it up. And I did get to listen to this one all the way through. Not too bad. But yeah, this is a death, thrash, metalcore band out of Rockford, Illinois. Been around since 2004. This is their debut full-length album put out by Turkey Vulture Records back in 2008. And as far as I know, this is the only thing the band has actually put out to this day, last I looked. But, yeah, it was pretty decent. I enjoyed it. And like I said, for like $5, you can't really beat it. Next up, Between the Buried and Me with The Anatomy Of. Yeah, progressive, metalcore, tech death band out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Been around since 2000. And I did not realize this at the time because I just saw that it was a Between the Buried and Me, and I knew I didn't have much from this band, so I just went ahead and picked it up. But this is actually a covers album of basically their favorite bands and inspirations that was put out by Victory back in 2006. So yeah, I don't normally buy covers albums, but sometimes I do. And like I said, this was kind of like a accidental buy of a covers album, but like I said, I just saw it was Between the Buried and Me. I knew I didn't have much from them, so wanted to pick that up and check it out. Now this one, I've seen this band, like, I think this particular album in a couple different places in the past, and I've heard people tell me in the past that, you know, I should check them out, and I saw this in there and it was really cheap, so I thought, what the hell. This is a Full Devil Jacket with their self-titled. And yeah, these guys are a hard rock / new metal band out of Jackson, Tennessee. Been around since 1997. This is their debut full-length album put out by The Enclave and Island back in 2000. This is another one that I listened to, and yeah, really dig this album. I really enjoyed this. So I can't remember if these guys have anything else after this. It's been a while since I kind of did the research for this video. So yeah, if they do, I definitely want to check it out. Another band that people told me in the past I should check out, and I've, you know, heard the name thrown around here and there, and I finally heard a song on the radio around the time before I went to the one of the half price books, and I thought, wow, that actually sounds pretty good. That sounds different than what I was expecting. So saw this in half price books and picked it up. This is Nothing Face with Violence. Again, another new metal band, this time out of Washington, D.C. Been around since 1993. This is their third full-length album, put out by TVT Records back in 2000. This is actually technically their fourth album overall because their debut was actually self-released by the band, and for some reason it doesn't get considered, I guess, as their official debut. I don't know. But this is basically their third, like, major label debut, or release, I should say. And, yeah, have not had a chance to really listen to this one all the way through. But like I said, what I heard of Nothing Face so far has been pretty good. And last, but most certainly not least, I've seen this in this particular half-price books like every single time that I went in there. And I finally decided to listen to a little bit of it while I was browsing. And I thought, okay, you know, that actually sounds pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. This is Taking Dawn with Time to Burn. Hard rock / metal band out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Been around since 2009. This is their debut full-length album put out by Roadrunner Records back in 2010. Have not listened to it all the way through. I think I've gotten through about half of it. I tried to listen to it one time, and I got interrupted, and I just hadn't put it back on since. But yeah, the songs that I did hear sounded really good. So if you like good, solid hard rock, definitely go check those dudes out. All right, that is going to do it. Finally got those shown. Now some of the ones I have listened to, I can get filed away and actually get around to listening to some of the other ones. So that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.